I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool. I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, when I hit that.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Mike 22, Mike 22. Come on, baby.
On the delay, it's Mixon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Third down and 6.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw, Mayfield. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
51, Mike 51.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Did you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
1st and goal at the 7.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Donovan Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
A first carry down for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This one caught out wide by Landry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Browns 14, Bengals 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They're passing here. Joe Burrow firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
To number 80.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
51 to the mark, boys, 51. Set the tone.
Now it's Burrow.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete as well. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Okay, that was well executed.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield flushed out right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now left side on the swing pass. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get it to someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Again, he'll target Boyd, this time successful. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Boyd. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete in the end zone. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again, Burrow letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Gold for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one.
And that's caught inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And this carries into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go.
And he's into the clear. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 83 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mixon with it. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Burrow will throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 14-yard line.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Here's Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Browns 31, Bengals 28.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what we discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
2nd and 8.
They run it again with Chubb. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. A run for Nick Chubb. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Coming for the check.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Chubb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
A gainable.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. On the carry, it's Chubb. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. That's out to the left and complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Could have gone with a ground game there. Opted for the quick pass. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered, Charles, but it didn't work out.
In a lot of these offenses, yards after catch are built in without explicitly saying it. In this case, he didn't make anyone miss out on the perimeter. Got tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And brings up 4th down. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. Now Burrow on 1st down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Got a man open. It's Ross. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Burrow looking to pass. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The 1-yard line.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals, if they can convert the extra point, will have the lead.
For the point after.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Shove the ball carrier.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A good run by Chubb on 1st down as he'll get about 6 yards there.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Pick up at 6.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
5-yard line.
Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete.
Mayfield.
Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. There he goes, left side. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Is good. Makes the score. Bengals 42. Browns 34.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? here we go. But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down 2, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Joe Mixon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
A 9-yard gain on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number.